Okay, this is going to be a buyer beware video about Coleman UTVs. Approximately 15 and a half months ago, April 19th of 2017, I purchased this Coleman HS 400 UTV-2 from Cabela's. Total cost after tax was about $8,100. I did like the vehicle for the longest time. I wasn't hard on it. Rode it just through basically smooth farm fields to get to my hunting area, and I used it around the yard for driving people around back and forth to our fire pit and doing yard work. So again, I wasn't hard on it. The UTV itself at this point only has 48 hours on it and 191 miles. The vehicle came with a 1-year warranty, which expired 3.5 months ago. So yesterday, my son got in it and started it, and it was kind of loud. So I looked under the hood, or under the seat at the engine compartment, and the exhaust pipe right here at this point had snapped right in half. Now you can see it's not at all rusty that it rusted and corroded and broke. The metal itself just snapped right in half. It has since been welded by a friend of mine prior to the next major problem we're going to discuss. When I contacted Coleman about the problem, about the pipe, they offered to sell me a new pipe at their cost, which would be about 40% less than what I could get it at a local dealer of UTVs. So they were going to try and sell that to me. However, upon looking in the owner's manual again last night, I see that all emission components, anything that affects the exhaust, are covered for longer than that 1-year period. So I would have brought that up with them had the major problem not occurred after the fact, and I would have demanded a new pipe for free. My friend actually welded this one back together. That's why it's all welded now and you can't see the actual break. So while I had this apart, I decided it was time to do an oil change on it, as recommended by Coleman in the owner's manual. I read the owner's manual. I'm a pretty handy guy, do-it-yourselfer type guy. And we all know you can save a lot of money changing your own oil. So I got out the owner's manual and researched what Coleman said to do. First thing to do is drain the old oil. They showed you where the oil plug was underneath. So I climbed underneath here and I removed the drain plug bolt, which is quite long. It came out a little tougher than I thought it should have, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. I figured maybe they put some thread sealant or something on it to keep it in at the factory. But as you can see, here's the drain plug. This right here and this right here, there was also a gasket washer on here, which I've taken off so you can see this better. This right here and this right here are strands of aluminum. I don't know if you can see it if I hold it a little closer. You can actually see the edge of the strand of aluminum there that came out with the bolt. That concerned me a little bit, so I climbed back under, and when the oil was finished coming out, and I looked up under there, and it's kind of dark under here. I don't know if you can see what I'm attempting to show you. See if I can turn the light on the camera here. Okay. That is where the oil plug came out of. As you can see, it doesn't look very good. All the aluminum around it is shattered. Apparently when they put the oil plug bolt in at the factory, they either A, cross-threaded it, or B, drove it in way harder than the 17 foot-pounds of torque which it's supposed to be put in at according to the manual. You can also see it's kind of a unique drain plug hole there, as it looks like there's two different cavities for the oil, and that the drain plug goes through one set of threads through the first cavity and into the second set of threads for the second cavity. I know the oil is also used to lubricate the clutch, so I can only assume that there's a separate cavity for each little bit of oil or something. But problem being is the entire, and there's the chunks of aluminum there also, that broke off when I took that plug off. So where does that leave me? That leaves me 3.5 months out of the 1-year warranty that this vehicle came with. So I now contacted Coleman about this second problem, and their solution was they would be more than willing to send me a new drain plug. Well, there's no place to screw the drain plug into because there's no oil pan left to screw it into. It all broke away because somebody put the bolt in wrong. So Coleman apparently doesn't really want to stand behind their equipment. Again, this vehicle's not that old, very low mileage, very low hours of use, and it's pretty much now a big metal paperweight sitting in my shed at this point. I just sent them one more email. The gentleman asked me what I really was looking for, and I told them I was looking for a new engine at a good price, considering that this was something that is a defect right from the factory. We'll see about the response I get from them. If I get a good response, I will post another video, but they pretty much told me that because it's out of warranty, there's really nothing that they're going to do for me. So now I have an 8,000 pound paperweight sitting here in the shed. So my only recourse in this day and age is to put this on YouTube and hope people that are looking to purchase a UTV and are doing their homework and seeing what they want to buy see this and refuse to support the Coleman products. And last thing I wanted to mention is this UTV is actually made by High Sun, and Coleman just has them put their name on it, and it is made in China, which I did not know when I purchased it. Had I done my homework like I hope the rest of you do, I would not have purchased this UTV. I would have bought a different brand to begin with. I felt Coleman was an American company, and I guess I just assumed wrong that this was built here and built with quality. There is a sticker right on here that somewhere I saw it yesterday, not sure where, that states right on it, made in China. So not sure where that leaves all you guys, but I hope it talks you out of buying a Coleman UTV, because the company does not stand behind its product. I understand I'm out of warranty, but I feel with the low mileage and how quickly or how recently it came out of warranty, and the fact that this was my first chance to do an oil change on it, that they should have stood behind their product and taken care of me and done the right thing. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.